Hey guys, welcome to a special edition of Gunshot. I'm here with Ricardo from Beretta. He's the product manager for their competition shotguns. And I just want to have a quick chat with him about the new 694. I'm in Italy. It just happened that I was able to secure some time with him, and I thought that would be a really good time to have a chat with him about the gun and just run through really what it is that makes this special. Ricardo, over to you. I mean, tell me all about it.
I believe you already know the gun better than me because you probably should a little bit more. But so going back to the story of the gun, I mean, it's let's take a step backwards. I mean, if nowadays internet is very important, it's in our daily lives and everything. So information has become more and more available to everybody. So taking this in consideration, when we developed this gun, we took all the feedbacks and all the information from our professional shooters, from our Beretta team all around the world, our salespeople, also from a lot of information that you read on the internet, whether you can find any kind of information. But if you are able to, let's say, analyze it the right way and find the key let's say points to work on the gun, this is the result basically. So on the competition side, we've noticed that people are very, very well informed nowadays. There's a big university, YouTube, so where you can learn a lot about guns and everything. So at the moment when a client's going to do a purchase, they are pretty much sometimes more informed than the actual guy that's going to sell the guns. It's understandable because if you are a guy that's selling the gun and you have many brands, it's not easy to keep track of everything. But this being said, I mean, the story of the gun is, as I said before, developed together with our professional team all around the world. We just reworked the gun from all the, let's say, the main points that people were talking about, whether they were good or bad, outside in the internet and all around the world in the shooting community. So this is the answer from Beretta of the new 690 series type of shotguns for competition. So it's a gun designed and developed for those shooters that they probably cannot afford the DT11 or they are not comfortable shooting a DT11. Depends. I mean, it comes to a, let's say, personal, let's say, choice. We in Beretta have all of them. So this is our answer to the medium segment, and there's no reason why you shouldn't win anything with this gun. So if we go to the specs of the gun from the back, we just rework the whole stock. So the drop is different. It's a little bit higher on the back. The comb is thicker. All things that you probably notice at first time when you...
3550 on the gun I looked at, and obviously I noticed the thicker comb. The new palm swell, really comfortable.
New palm swell is a little bit, let's say, deeper on the pistol grip, so you get a firm hand, so your hand is always in the same position. Then one of the other, let's say, particular specs is these two channels right here that allows you for a better peripheral vision if you're close to the receiver and you have, let's say, a lesser visual impediment when you're mounting a gun, especially when you're shooting in commerce or targets. So you increase the visibility by, maybe I can show you a presentation later, but it's the area you gain here at 30 yards, it's, let's say, comparable to the size of at least 10, 12 targets in area. So you're gaining a little bit, but it's improvement by 1%. At the end of the day, you don't get 1% improvement, maybe more. So going back to the center of the gun, so it's adjustable trigger. We redesigned the shape of the selector and the safety. The opening lever is different with the anti-glare treatment on the top, so you don't get that, let's say,
shiny,
bright in your eyes that sometimes can be very annoying. The shape is different to accommodate
very comfortable.
The thumb when you open the gun. It's I really like it. This was a job done together with the shooters, our designers, and our, the shooters, the people that use the gun.
Exactly. Your target audience.
Yeah, my target audience. So we redesigned the shape of the receiver, and we wanted something that was competition oriented. So a little bit more to step back from what is the classical world and make look the gun something that it was designed, which is designed specifically for clay shooting. So that's why the shape is different. The blue color remembers our competition, let's say, range of products. Then one other modification we did were the ejectors that you can find on the latest 692. Then we have a steel fore and iron in this part with a catch bottom that it's different from what you saw on the 692. So if you take the gun apart, you will see that it's two parts. The back part is made in steel, the front part is in aluminum, and it's, let's say, self-adjustable during time. Wear and tear is gonna, depending how much you shoot the gun, they tend to come loose. So one of the particular things about this gun is that you can, let's say, bring back the gun to original specs by changing the hinge pins, this small piece here, and the force which the forend will adjust to the barrel will remain constantly because it's made to a way that with the tear it's going to self-adjust. So it's not moving. Some all the feedbacks that we get not only from the 692 but also from the 682 and the 680 series. Barrels, as you can see, they have on the bottom, under the forend, sorry, you can add the weights that we use on the Black Edition series. You can also put the weights that clamp on the side of the rib for the Black Editions. 10 by 8 millimeter tapered rib on the top. You can also have a mid bead if you want. Right. Bradley bead, interchangeable chokes, Optima choke HP. Yep. And what I like to remember always when I talk about Beretta guns is the technology of our barrels. So in this case, we have Stellium Plus barrels, the same as the 692. What we've seen is that when it comes to, let's say, the new type of ammunition that there is on the market is not only the guns are developing, and we have better technology to manufacture them, and we get better results, but also the cartridge manufacturers are doing the same. So we have to, keep with the progress on ammunition manufacturing. So this long forcing cone, in this case, which is about 14 inch long. Yeah,
very comfortable to shoot.
It's very comfortable to shoot, and not only that, but what you're actually doing is improving your pattern. Yep. At the end of the day, if you want to shoot farther, I like to think that the pattern is probably the most important thing and not the speed of the shot.
Consistent density.
Consistent density, and you don't want the pattern to spread rapidly. Yep. That happens when you deform a lot of the pellets. Yep. It's comparable in a way we say to, let's say, a ballistic coefficient of the pellet. Yeah. So the rounder the pellet, the less speed it will lose, the more energy, and
the less likely it is to deviate.
It's not going to deviate, of course, and the more likely you are at a certain distance to reach the target with more pellets. To break a target, you need a certain amount of energy at a certain distance. Yeah,
and you've got to hit it.
That's a different problem. But if you're able to hit it, the only way to transmit that energy to the target is there's two ways. Either you have a pellet that is flying much faster, which is, as you know, air resistant is not linear. So you have to really put an amount of powder here that's not going to work. Yep. The second way would be to put more pellets on target. Or pellets that lose less speed and have more energy downrange. We're talking about minor things here that are sometimes very difficult to prove. But
small gains.
Small gains all around the gun, and also together with the ammunition, you're able to hit a target far, regardless of the ammunition you're using. Even we've noticed, even with steel, you can deform the pellets because the pressure generated inside the chambers are very high. So the theory and the creation and all the studies we've done behind these barrels is just to get the best out of the ammunition you're using, regardless if it's fiber, if it's plastic wads, if it's steel. What you have is a more comfortable sensation while shooting, and your pattern is spreading less rapidly, meaning that you have a more dense and let's say consistent pattern also, regardless of the ammunition you're using. Sure. If you do some bore tests, you will see that with some ammunition, special competition ammunition, you can sometimes use a larger choke than you would do, for example, on an old 682 or 686. That's because of how the barrel is made. Sure.
It's 18.6 board?
18.6 board, after the forcing cone finishes. On the cylindrical side, it's a
3-inch chamber, right?
It's 3-inch chamber.
Why did you go for 3-inch and not?
3-inch chamber because we haven't found any reason to make it 2 3/4. Right. Because the performance doesn't change.
Fine. It was a question I was asked, funnily enough, and I couldn't answer it. I did not know.
On the trap, we kept the 2 3/4 chamber, but I believe it's more for a historical reason. On the sporting clay gun, some of our clients also use it for hunting, even if it's not designed for hunting the gun. But still, if you want to use, sometimes there's no reason. Not to use it. I mean, DT11 on sporting, we've won several world championships, and it's 3-inch chamber, no problem. So why not make it 3-inch when you can use any kind of ammunition?
If you guys have tested it and you found no difference, then why change it?
Yeah, there's a lot of arguments on internet.
Oh,
and
yes,
stuff,
yes,
but whenever we do something, there's a lot of testing behind. Obviously, because the factory wouldn't let me do anything that I say without having proof. But other than that, this is a standard sported 30-inch gun. We will have the trap versions very soon, and of course, stay tuned because we will have more things to come during the next and the following years.
Super. Stay tuned. I'll be in touch with GMK if anything new comes out, like a black edition or an X trap or whatever. I'll try and get one as soon as I can and test it for you.
Right. Any other questions?
No, I think that was really good. Thank you very much for covering it.
Thank you for coming to Italy. That's a long trip just to see a gun. Good.
Super.
All right.
Excellent.
Thank you, guys.
See you next time, guys.